difficulty, because this is covert. It is covert in the sense that they don't involve your surroundings in it. This is something you are subjected to when you're everybody in my surroundings feel to explain. I'm living alone. I'm going to the university back then. So when I try to explain to them what is going on, they think I'm insane, because this is covert. It is covert in the sense that they don't involve your surroundings in it. This is something you are subjected to when you're alone. So when I move around, no matter where I am, I'm being stalked, my phones, my computers, everything is being taken over. And when you try to communicate, because this is so foreign, so people just deny, they're in denial, they don't believe you. So I very proud, no matter where I am, I'm being stalked, my phones, my computers, everything is being taken over. And when you try to communicate, because this is so foreign, so people just deny, they're in denial, they don't believe you. So I very quickly after started to try to document what was going on. And that I've been trying to do ever since. Then in 2018, there's some events taking place where I started to have some of my old symptoms back from way back, even back to when I was 13. And I realized, my God, this is what it is. So I start to investigate the situation, and I find in that process, I find a document called Analysis and Assessments of Gateway Processes. It's a document released by the CIA from Fort Meade in the US, and it explains how you are actually able to release a Kundalini by acoustic weapons. And a couple of months later, I find another document, personal document, because back in 1997, and the years after, where I was suffering very much from this Kundalini awakening and all what came with it, I went to a psychiatrist to help because of my anxiety, and he had some EEG made on me in that connection. And in this document from Fort Lauderdale, it describes how you can release this Kundalini in the range of 4 to 7 hertz, acoustic weapons. And in those EEG findings that was made on me back in that period, thanks to my psychiatrist, I have abnormal brain activity in the range of 4 to 7 hertz. So that is one of my best evidence when I want to look at the perpetrators behind this agenda. And of course, I was already subjected to this agenda during the Cold War. So who else could it be when you think about it? So fast forward to now, I have had many strange conflicts. And I'm only making a very broad overview of my situation. Fast forward to now, I'm hit by organized stalking, and very fastly after, start to go in and out of hospital. I've never been hospitalized for anything like this, because I'm being choked, I can't breathe. And I have pneumonia, I have all kinds of lung issues, I have running eyes, running nose. It is absolutely horrendous, and nobody believes I'm projected to organized stalking. And so fast forward to now, and in those EEG findings that was made on me back in that period, thanks to my psychiatrist, I have abnormal brain activity in the range of 4 to 7 hertz. So that is one of my best evidence when I want to look at the perpetrators behind this agenda. And of course, I was already subjected to this agenda during the Cold War. So who else could it be when you think about it? So fast forward to now, I have had many, many strange health issues. And I'm only like making a very pro overview of my situation. Fast forward to now, I'm hit by organized stalking and very fastly after start to go in and out of hospitals. I've never been hospitalized for anything like this because I'm being choked, I can't breathe. And I have pneumonia, I have all kinds of lung issues, I have running eyes, running nose. It is absolutely horrendous, and nobody believes I'm projected to organized stalking. And I'm doing this research, and I'm slowly starting to reach in this process, realize this has been going on forever, since you were a child. And that's when I find this document, analysis and assessment of gateway processes, and so on. Here comes a helicopter. Girls. So, since you were a child, and that's when I find this document, analysis and assessment of gateway processes, and so on. Here comes a helicopter. Girls. So, for instance, I have an operation in 2009 also, due to issues with my eyes. I have an eye surgery. It didn't went very good. So I complained about it and learned that the doctor I had been talking about it for about 6 months in advance was supposed to make this operation. Apparently, when I was when I was not conscious, being operated was called out for another operation, and what I believe now is they implanted a brain chip. I've been talking about it for so, for instance, I had an operation in 2009 also, due to issues with my eyes. I have an eye surgery. It didn't went very good. So I complained about it and learned that the doctor I had been talking about it for 6 months in advance was supposed to make this operation. Apparently, when I was when I was like not conscious, being operated was called out for another operation, and what I believe now is they implanted a brain chip. They have really been using me for COVID experimentations. usually for COVID experimentations, in collaboration with the, if I have to say, American Secret Service. And if you know something about Denmark and Secret Service in the US, you will know they are tightly closed. And that is, with the snow scandal, for instance, it goes from Denmark over this spying on European leaders and so on and so on. So they are very, very tightly closed, and their relationship to really step up in the mid-90s. So everything fits together, actually. But the situation in my case didn't explode with the rollout of 5G. Now it went fast. The first thing I had in 2020 was that I was diagnosed with electrohypersensitivity, meaning my brain is affected by and cognitive issues in the is affected by microwaves. And then in 2021, I was diagnosed with chronic obstructive lung disease. It's deadly disease. And if you know something about neuroweapons, you will know that that is where some of the issues you can have, besides skin aging and stuff like that. Then in 2022, I was told I had a uterus was completely destroyed by what's known as fibroids. It is kind of a cancer-like state, but it's not an evil cancer-like state. And then in 2023, I was going in and out of hospital for these pulmonary diseases all the time. Then in 2023, I was diagnosed with, then they found damage to my heart. And then in 2024, meaning now, I just had a biopsy because I have a lump in my left chest, breast. So that's how fast it has been going since 2020 and the rollout of 5G. Electrohypersensitivity, chronic obstructive lung disease, or uterus completely destroyed with fibroids, damage to my heart, and now I have biopsy of a lump I have in my left chest. And by the way, all the problems in my lungs are mainly central in my left lung. Tip. So it's the same area.